this is Margaret here with Mud Run Guide. I am with the one and only Hobie call for a kitchen chat. Let's call it a kitchen chat because you are literally in my kitchen.
There you go.
So, Hobie, you just made the announcement yesterday that you are on the Spartan Race Pro Team for 2017. So do you want to talk a little bit about your journey and about getting onto the pro team? And a lot of people think you were on a pro team before with Spartan, but you actually weren't. So, yes, this is your first pro team you've ever really been on.
First pro team ever. Yes.
Yeah, so do you want to, for those that don't know your sort of journey, do you want to talk a little bit about getting into obstacle racing in 2011 and how you found obstacle racing?
Yeah, well, we'll start at the beginning. Early 2011, Joe DeSena from Spartan Race had offered $100,000 to anyone who could win all of his races that year in the U.S. I thought, you know what? I might be a guy that could do that, so let's give it a shot. So that's what got me started. Didn't make the 100,000, but that's all right. It's been a marvelous journey. Loved every step of the way. And you know, now I'm 40 years old, just had my 40th birthday a few days ago, and I'm actually getting ready to retire. And, you know, it's always been my mission with my athletics to inspire people. That's what I want to do, inspire people to try a little harder, you know, keep going, never give up, those types of things, eat healthier, you know. And getting ready to retire, I'm thinking, you know what, I started as a Spartan, and I'd like to finish as one. And so not just that, but being on the pro team, I think is a wonderful opportunity. It's a great platform to be able to hopefully inspire people. The more people we can reach, the better.
So I think a lot of people don't really understand. So in 2011, there wasn't a Spartan pro team. When you were at all these races, and in 2012, you were racing independently, even though you're kind of on team, what we maybe call Team Spartan, because those are the races you did. But you weren't on a pro team back then, right?
No, there was no organized pro team or anything. It was, for 2011, it was pretty much just me going out and trying to win every race. Random people would come in, and then in 2012, Cody Moat showed up, and he was pretty good, you know. And so more serious athletes would come and actually run more than just one race, starting in about 2012, and then, you know, 2013, then it got really serious with the NBC races and everything, so. But yeah, those first couple of years, it was just me and maybe a couple of random guys, and just out having fun, really.
Yeah, and you've really, I mean, when you've had opportunities for different sponsorships along the way, and decided for different reasons to not go with all these different companies. So, what kind of made you now decide to go and be on the Spartan Pro team? And I know you're also a Sun Warrior that's sitting next to us as well. So how do you choose what brands you align yourself with? Because I know that's been a big thing your whole career.
Yeah, I like to do my own thing, that's for sure. And so I usually just don't do any sponsorships or anything like that. But like I said, you know, it's my mission to inspire people. And, you know, going at it alone and not aligning with anybody, it's hard to get that reach out, and not as many people pay attention, you know. I figure being on the pro team, you know, with all the other team members, is a great honor. One, just to be on a team with these guys, but I think all of us, it's our mission is to inspire people, you know. When our victories, we want people to be victorious with us, you know, and our struggles, they struggle with us, you know. You watch it, you see it, you live it, and, you know, we're just out there hoping to help make the world a better place in our own little way, and being on the Spartan Pro team just makes it so we can reach that many more people and hopefully inspire that many more people.
So what does it feel for you this year? You're now racing, obviously you're racing in the elite races and racing for the overall wins this year. Like, I know you're always racing for the win. You don't just go out there just to see what happens for the day. Like, when you go out and race, you're going out for the win. But how does it feel now that you're also racing as a Masters? And does that feel any different? I mean, you just turned 40. Age is really kind of just a number, but how does it feel knowing that you're also in the Masters category now? Are you looking forward to it?
I'm super stoked to be 40. I won't lie. I'm very excited. Because for the last 10 years, I've had 100 different times thinking, maybe I'm done now. Well, we'll see. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'm done now. Not sure if I was going to keep going. It's not easy, especially as you're getting older. Age is a number, but it does start getting on you. By the time you're 40, you can still do great things, but you're not in your physical prime. I don't know anybody who is. Almost all world records are held by younger people for a reason. As good as you might still be at 40, but I made it. I made it. Here I am. I'm 40, and I'm still training to win races, and that's very exciting because I didn't know if I would get to this point. And so, and at the same time though, I've decided this is going to be my last year. I'm 40. I made it this far. I'm going to give it my best for one more year, see what I can accomplish as a masters athlete. And then I've got other goals to move on into life, but it's exciting to be here. It's an honor. I have a lot more respect for people, in the masters category and beyond who are still giving it their best, because your best every year seems to go down a notch, but you still keep going anyway, so it's exciting. See if I can keep up with the young guys for one more year.
So what do you say to the people that are saying, wait, I thought Hobie retired a couple of years ago, and then I thought I heard he retired some other time. So Hobie's saying he's retiring at the end of this year, but I'll believe it when I see it. So do you want to talk about what happened in the past where maybe people misinterpreted what you were saying, and what those people think that you've retired several times, what kind of happened and what that means, and what you mean when you say you're retiring at the end of this year?
Yes. So my retirements, I'll clarify. I've had my years where I wondered, let's go try a race. We'll see. Not sure if I was going to keep going. Nothing real official though. But what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago? Matt Davis, he took a quote a little bit out of context, and that was when I quit trying to make a living as an athlete. And I decided to go back to working full-time job on the side, and then just train the best I could and race the best I could, but I'm working full-time at the same time. So that was my retirement 2 years ago, was going back to my normal job. And so, no, I wasn't really retiring. I was still going to do my best and see what I could make of it. But just going back to work, not trying to be a full-time athlete. That's what it was. So anything beyond that was just confusion. So, but now, I made it to Masters. I'm going to give it one good year. But I do have other dreams and goals in life that the training I need to do to win races just takes all my extra time and energy. And if I want to get other things done, I have to retire. So I'm ready. And so the end of this year, I'm done chasing podiums. Hopefully I can still make it to a lot of events, go out and have fun. Maybe I'll sign up for an elite heat just for kicks to see how I'm doing. But probably not. I'll probably just jump in open waves and just go have a good time. And, I'm not going to spend my time at home and my energy on training to try to win races anymore. I'm done with that. So 7 more races maybe, and that's it.
And you're still working full time this year, right? You do heating and AC repair, duct work.
Yep.
Explain, is there a better word for what you do?
I install ductwork in furnaces in people's homes. Keep them warm in the winter, cool in the summer.
So you'll still be doing that, and then you'll be going to, so you're saying 6 or 7 races. So what 6 or 7 races are you talking about when you say 6 or 7 races for this year?
Specifically, I'm going after all the Spartan NBC races. My goal is to win all of them. Lofty goal, but that's what I got my heart set on. I'm shooting for that, and if anybody wants to stop me by iron, I'm not going to give it to you. So that's my goal, win all those. Maybe I'll show up to the U.S. OCR Championships in Texas. We'll see. Maybe the OCR World Championships. I don't know about those two, but we'll look into them. But it's the NBC races I'm focusing on.
And a lot of those are, I think this year, they're longer distances, right? So you were the one who originally, you liked a lot of the short distance races. So how do you feel about it being like a bunch of them being more longer distance races this year?
Well, I knew they were going to be, so I've just upped my mileage some in my running to make up for it, and I'll enjoy them just as much. So genetically, if you want to go by that, the longer the distance, the better I am actually, if I'm training properly for it. Just over the years, I've just trained for the shorter stuff. So I'm training for these races. I should be just fine.
And then, you know, you've seen a lot, like we've both been around the obstacle racing world for a long time and seen sort of the progression of Spartan, but, you know, you are the reigning world champion right now. You were the first world champion back in 2011, the world championship that kind of gets forgotten in Texas that year. So for you now, what's been the difference seeing like the 2011, that first world championship in Texas, to this past year in Tahoe, that world championship, and then looking ahead to kind of this year's world championship? What have you kind of seen as the progression?
Honestly, I might see it a little different than most people, but for me, as an athlete, the races aren't really any different. They're really not. The race is the same. There's just more cameras and more officials running around. Other than that, you know, the little bit of hype of knowing you're going to get to watch it in a month on TV. The race itself isn't a lot different. You're showing up, you're going through obstacles, you're running hard up and down hills. Same as we always have.
So, and I have a question too about, so when you are, because you're still racing up against, you know, you've got Ryan Atkins, you've got Robert Killian, and a whole bunch of other great racers, and the new ones that we haven't seen yet that are up and coming kind of for the year. So how are you preparing? I mean, you're now, like we've said, you're 40 plus now, and you're racing against the 20 somethings still, and beating them a lot of the time as well. So how are you, like, now that you're in the 40 plus, are you like recovering more, or has your training changed at all to make sure that you're staying as fit as you can be so you can compete with the 20 somethings?
Oh man, I'm just having to train a little smarter, eat a little healthier. So far, I'm still doing good. I still recover very well, and I mean the workouts weren't what they were 10 years ago, but they're as good as they were 3 years ago. So I think I've still got it. Like I say, I plan to win all the races this year, and I'm excited for the challenge. See if I can. At 40 years old, can I still do what the best 20-year-olds are doing and the best 30-year-olds are doing? It's an exciting challenge for me, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck, and thanks for coming into the kitchen here for a little kitchen chat. This has been fun, and yeah, best of luck. We'll be watching all the NBC races, and congratulations on. It seems like it's kind of come full circle with coming on to the pro team now from where it started, and for those that kind of have been following the whole time, it's a full circle we've come back around to.
I have, yeah. Let's finish it how we started it.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you.